Hello, everyone. Hope you all are doing well. Hello, my heroes. Hello, just like and help me share. If you join in, like and help me share. Hello, everyone. Hope you all are doing well. Blessings to you all. Blessings to your families. Oh, it can only be God. Thank you all for your support, your love. Thank you all for being there, suggestion, your questions that keep rolling in. Thank you all for everything for this YouTube journey. It can only be God. Thank you, my friends and family and viewers, whosoever that is going to watch this. I pray that the blessing of God will shine upon everyone, everybody, every family. May God reign in our life. May we continue to be win-win-win. In Jesus' name. Today, I'm going to I have two questions, and the topic title today is there really a perfect partner for you? So we have to discuss that. But before that, um, if you are in now, just help me share and click the like button. But before that, I have to read two questions that look similar. We're going to discuss that later. So I'll talk about knowing who really perfect partner for you. Why you put in your suggestions, you type in your suggestions, and if you can type in your suggestion on the line or you type in on your WhatsApp, the number is there. So perfect, let's start knowing who is there any real perfect partner for you. And before I start this, I would say no one is perfect, but in all things there are things you call perfect, somebody that can understand you, somebody that can work out things with you. But before that, can I just take a minute to read the question? The question which says, the first question said, Dear Amaka Glorious, I am in my 30s and always go into a relationship with my heart and mind. But at the end, I got heartbroken. Being the eldest in my family, all my younger ones are all married. Please need some advice and prayers. I have two questions for today because I tried to join related questions together. And the other one says, I rush into marriage at the age of 30 as a man. Rush decision without much thought. There's a lot of things hidden from me before the marriage, and finally the marriage ended up in 3 months. It's now difficult for me to make a choice. What do you advise? What should I do? So, but before going into that, I would like to discuss the ideal partner. What I mean by ideal partner. Ideal partner is someone who is honest, who live with integrity, someone that you can see he's so transparent. Because most, if the person is not transparent, he can be ideal partner for you. Just run away, just stay clear. But when you see that the person is honest, honesty builds trust in people. So if honesty is the first top one. If the person is honest to you, you can build up something with the person. But when he comes in being dishonest, most times it's because you won't be trusted in anything, building up something with the person. So the first advice, the first thing I would consider getting a perfect partner for you is honesty. Honesty, it goes a long way. Honesty will make you to build trust on someone. Honesty will make you to say, I can do anything, I can do anything with this person. But when the person is dishonest, oh no, it confuses all the other part, the other person, because you won't know where to follow, what to do, what next we will do in life, what next, because the person is not straight with you. So honesty, integrity is the main thing you have to look at. You have to look at for that in choosing or in knowing who is the perfect partner for you. Love is the main thing. You have to look at love, but there are things that if you as a person, I want to relate with this. Who is best for me? You ask yourself, has the person be truthful to me? Has the person, is he, can you see transparency in the person? Is the person open? Is the person, can I relate with the person? Or is the person showing me backside, like claiming to be honest and the person is lying? So all this will help you to choose or to know if really there is a perfect person out there for you. So everybody must not be perfect. Nobody is perfect for each other, but you have to. There is one that God has left for you. I know there's one that you can work things, agree and disagree, work things out with. But in choosing that, in looking out for that, you have to make sure the person is honest to you, and you be honest to the person, and make sure you keep, when you say yes, it's yes, your integrity. Don't mess out. This is very important. You don't miss this out. So because when the person is this, there is no sense of reality when the person is dishonest or telling you, I want to go to A, and why the person is going to B, but is making you to believe that he want to go to A. And it bring conflict, because that means it's not the right person. It's not, because it can't work. If the person is, it brings destruction, and it doesn't bring it can't bring a close relationship, because the person is not honest. But when you bring honesty, integrity, it build up a good relationship. So when looking out for that perfect man, that perfect woman, you have to be honest and check if the other person is honest to you. Likewise, I said love. If you're loving a person, does the person love you back the way you love the person? Can the person take a risk? Because you choosing, knowing that right perfect partner for you, it has to go a long mile. I have to do this. Will the person do, if it's me, will the person do the same to me? So this is very important. And in making sure, in choosing that your right person for you, a perfect man or perfect woman for you, you make sure you go a person that is willing or wanting to travel that same way. You people have the same like mind. We want to do this, you work together. Make sure that is the person you consider as your perfect partner for you. Look at, I want to do this B and he wants to do this B. We are working towards, you agree, willing and wanting to work the same direction. That is somebody that I can say is perfect for you. It's not somebody that maybe you want to go A, the person wants to go B. So look out for all this, because ideal relationship doesn't just happen. It can only happen with personality matching certain things. When you see that so many ways, the way I do things, that is the way he do things, the way I want things to be done, we can work things out in that way. That is, it make you, but your both personality, you have to look out for that to know who is that perfect partner for you. And there must be love. Love is very important. Love is very important, because you may claim to love someone and the person doesn't have the same value or doesn't love you. You may be saying, oh, I love you sis, I love you bro, just because the person, you don't know what is behind the person's mind, behind the person's heart. But if actually you say, I love you and I want to end up with you, I want that person, you have to make sure the person love you back. The way I feel for him, does he feel the same way to me? So there must be deep love. There must be some value matching expectations, that, oh, we want this to be done. I want this to be done in while picking choosing, or is there any right partner for me out there? I want to, when you get that right person, you see that your values will be the same. You know, three of you want to work things out, you want things to work out. So I suggest in all you do before entering that, before choosing that right person, before thinking, is there anyone right for me? You have to think about all this. What are your expectations? What are your values? What are your, you love this, you want to work in this way, can that person be able to work in the same way with you? Then another one is that because when you see, when there is love, you see that you plant, you agree and plan, see the future together, you plan things together, and it will work out because you plan your future together. You know, there is love. We have to, the love will help us to build things, to plan things, and it will come to pass. The love will help us to endure, and even in difficulties, and it will come to pass. So it's very important thinking, is there any really perfect partner for me? You have to consider all this. And then before you enter, you have to think about maturity. It's true, I'm old. It's true, I'm 30. I'm not yet married. Why are you mature to enter into a relationship? Are you mature? You a man, you a woman, are you mature to enter into a relationship? Ask yourself that. Can you be open to the odds? Can you be willing to be vulnerable? Can you be willing to let go? Can you be open? Okay, be transparent. I've said that, being transparent. Can this work out? Can I tolerate this? Can this happen? Can I have patience to endure with this lady, with this man? So you have to think about all this before you say, is there any perfect man for me? There is someone out there for you. There's someone that God has created. I've joined you, two of you together to work things out. But it depends. It's not by rush. It's not by, can I do it my own way? How will I do it? It's just by, you have to be honest. You have to be, your integrity. You have to make sure you are openness. You have to make sure you are matured. You respect each other. You have to respect. You have to say, who am I choosing? Who is that perfect person that you can choose to love, choose to respect, choose to tolerate, choose to have patience? You have to, that is something that deep love, something that I can accept this. Even when people see, oh, this is not perfect for you, but it's you know in you. It's you that will have that close relationship with the person. So you have to say, oh, it will work out with this. We have to make it work. Then deep empathy. Do you have empathy on the person, sense of humans? How can I to relate this? Do I have, even when the person is down, can I support the person? All these things, you have to think about this. And then there are things that you have to be careful in choosing. You don't rush into, I want to make up a home. All my friends are married. The way the first question says, I'm in 30s, and my eldest in my family, and all my younger ones are married, and each relationship you enter, you get heartbroken. It's not, you have to take things easy. You don't rush into things, because marriage is not, it can come in different age. You can get married at 25, it work out for you. Some get married before 25, it work out for them. So don't say because you're 30 you want to rush into marriage. Don't marry because, oh, the man is handsome. Don't marry because the man is handsome, or the woman is so elegant, she's beautiful. No, don't consider that in marriage. Is she beautiful inside and outside? Is he handsome inside and outside? Or is he a monster or a hidden? Is there anything? Is she just pretending, putting makeup, and when she acts or he acts, it would look like the whole world is crumble. So you have to be careful. Don't look at physical appearance in choosing. Then don't enter into marriage. Like the second question that say, was pressured or enter into marriage, not knowing there are so many hidden things, and you walk out after 3 months. So you have to be careful. Don't be pressured because my family want me to get married. You have to be ready. You have to be really mature for that. You have to get that right. Find someone that will work out things with you. Don't just be pressured because, oh, I'm 30, I'm 40. My mother, they want grandchildren. They want you as a man to marry. You have to make sure you are matured. You want to mature is not getting old. Mature is in your sense, in knowing, can I do this, can I tolerate this, can I do this, can this work out with me and you. So that is what you have to consider, all this, before you know, oh, there is someone perfect for you. Don't lose hope. There is someone there. Just look around you. Just think about all this is and look around you. There is someone that things will work out with you and the person. And don't rush into marriage because all your mates, your friends, they are all married. So you want to do that? Don't do that. It's never a way. There is no time in marriage that is too late, and there is no time that is too early. God will still make things for you. Don't be pressured to enter into marriage. Don't even think about it, because you get in there and you just want to marry because my parents want me to marry, and you come out the next. No, that is not the right way. And don't get married because of, maybe you like that wedding gown, you want to be on wedding gown. I like that suit, the men on suit, I want that. That's everything. I want it this way. I want celebrity wedding. I want this. No. Don't do that. Don't enter marriage. Bear in mind, you want I want all these things to happen. I want this fertile marriage. I want this fertile reception. I want this. No, that is not the right thing. So this will help you to choose that perfect. I believe there's a perfect partner for you, but you have to work things out. You have to look very well. You have to consider in all. You have to pray, trust God. At His own time, it will come to pass. Because I believe if God brings someone in your life and you look at all this, if it's the will of God, it will work out. So, but first, you have to, don't rush into marriage because of any other thing apart from, is the will of God for me. I love the person. I can tolerate the person. Because marriage is a commitment between you and the person, second person. Nobody's coming to live with you. You and the person has to say, we are committed to make it work. So if you're choosing a partner, that right partner out there for you, two of you has to consider, think, we have to commit to each other. We have to make this work. Then you don't marry because you are lonely. Because I'm lonely, I need somebody for companion or what. No, you have to say, it's not, when are you ready to enter into this? There is a perfect partner for you, but are you ready to take that commitment? So this is all we have to ask ourselves. Don't marry because you need a child, you want to get, or mistakenly you are pregnant, or this you don't want to lose the person. You won't find any other person like that. No. If you are ready and you love the person and the person didn't love you and you force yourself into the marriage, tomorrow the person will pull you down, or the person will say, after all, you force yourself, you use it to hold me, I wasn't ready for this. So you have to be careful. You tread with caution. You do anything you do, you watch it, because it's a life commitment. So getting into it is not something you rush in, and like the second person say, I rush in, and after 3 months the marriage broke that. So we don't have to rush in like that. You don't have to. Make sure that you are transparent. You love the person deeply. You can understand each other. You can relate to each other. That is when you are ready to go in. So you will have to be careful in knowing who is right and what is right before we enter. We don't just fly in and fly out. No, that is not the way. Will you fly in how many times? No. You have to think about marriage. Am I this life partner? Is it the right person for me? Am I ready to take responsibility? Is he ready to take responsibility? Is she ready to the ways I've seen, the way she's going? Is she ready to settle down? Most times you see people, you see they are ready to settle down, but most times you see people, they are not ready. Even if they're not ready to settle down. But all these things you have to think. That right person out there for you, is he ready to settle down? Are you ready to settle down, to take responsibility? So all this will help you. It's not rushing in and rushing out. All this will help you. And you don't get married because of self-pity. Oh, because all she has done to me, all she's been through because of me. You might go in and it's not the person God has planned for you. and it will not work out. It will not work out. You just going in and coming out, wasting your years, or people will label you as you've rushing and you rush out. So we have to be careful in choosing that right person, making sure there is someone. Nobody is perfect, but there is someone that can relate to. There is someone God has kept for you. It's just for you to calm down and identify the person and move on, and then it will work out for you. Because marriage is it's all about personal decision. It's you. You have to deliberately say, I want to spend my life with you. You have to deliberately say, oh, whatever happens, I have to tolerate him. I have to be patient. Both of you have to work things out to make it a success. It's not only one affair. It's not only a single person pity or a single person feeling. Both of you has to work things out. So there's a partner for you that can relate to you. There's someone that two of you can work things out. So in that question, I say, even don't think about because you are 30 and everybody around you is married. Because hope you are watching or you watch this later, because you are older and all your family, everybody has married and they left for you. No, don't let it pull you down. Do the right thing. And you said you enter into a marriage with all your heart and your mind and everything, and you get out all betrayed or heartbroken. No, you don't let anything pull you down. And it depends the mind, because if you enter that relationship, you want, because you are focusing marriage. The person, maybe after first month you are married, the person will see you are desperate. The person will use you and dump you. You don't get desperate for anything. You don't get desperate. God has a plan for you. Even if you are watching this and you are 30 now and you are thinking, God, when would that be mine? You want to settle down, you want to make your own family, God will give you that. Just believe, pray. God will give you that your own man, that your own perfect partner for you. Don't rush into anything. Don't think everyone is married. I want to push myself into a man. You want to do this? No. Or you want to put yourself into a woman? No. Or just no. Things don't work that way. You don't do that. Just let nature work. Let things pray and allow it. If it's the will of God that your perfect partner, it will work. God will bring it to you and it will work. Things will work out. You see how things will work out between you. Family is and age is not age is just a number. There are some people that are 30 and maybe they are behaving like 15. So you have to say, it's not about being 30. It's not about, oh, I'm 30, everybody's married. Am I ready to get married? Who is that perfect partner for me? Can I tolerate him? The person that God is bringing you away, can you tolerate him? Did the person love you wholeheartedly? Can you be transparent to the person? Can you be more open to the person? Can things work out with both of us? Even after 10 years, 15 years, can we still share and appreciate each other and understand each other? That's all you will think about. Don't think about, oh, I'm old, everybody's married. I'm supposed to have my first child at 30 and now I have not. No, don't think about that. Don't even let that bother you. Just do the right thing. Know that God's time is the best. You pray and work towards it. Working towards it is that looking around, is there any man, any woman that's coming my way? I need to settle down, that God is directing my way. And God will direct that your perfect partner for you. And you see, the person will be the person that will tolerate you, will be the person that will make things work out with both of you. I just pray that God, as she said, advice and prayers, I pray that God will grant all her heart desire, that you won't get heartbroken again. That God, cool down, don't rush into anything. Don't feel your age. I'm the only one on earth that is not yet married. No, don't think about it. Don't even just think about it. Just say, surrender all to God, pray, and let His will be done in your life. At His perfect time, it will come to pass. God will make a way for you. God will bring that right man for you and bring that right woman for you. Don't rush into things like the second person that say, I was a man at 30 rushing into, and after 3 months it broke down. Because there's a lot of things you didn't know before you rush. You have to be careful. In all things, I didn't say cutting for long, but if the person is transparent to you, I believe that even you know before you enter into any serious relationship, you have to be transparent to each other. So there is no hidden things that when you enter, you are discouraged and you just rush out because the person did not is not transparent to you. So you, in all you do, just take your time, study the person, pray, ask for God's will, and willing, God willingly, that perfect man and perfect woman God kept for you, you will locate the person. Soon you will locate the person. Just have trust. Don't rush into anything. Don't say, oh no. I've seen people that got married late, a big testimony, and then even at 45, 50, the woman will have baby. I didn't say stay to that, but just use that to encourage yourself and say 30 is just a number. God is faithful. God will bring that right man for you at his own time. It will come to pass. You don't lose hope. You don't lose hope. And next, you don't even think about, oh, I'm entering marriage because of wealth, because, oh, he's so rich, he has a mansion, he has fleet of cars, and no, you don't think about that. Or she's so rich, if I marry this woman, I'm made because she has everything. No, that is not. You don't think about, you don't even put that as your, you don't put that as your, I want to marry, I'm looking for a rich woman, a rich man. No. If that comes your way, and if it's the will of God that two of you, oh, he has made before he found you, that is better. But most cases it's good when two of you are made together. You'll be able to correct each other. Nobody will say, after I made this mansion before I married you. No. But there's some, I didn't say that everyone is bad. There's some that will make that mansion marry you and they won't just rub it on your face. But there's some, they will make that money marry you and rub it in your face and say, after I've made all this, who are you to tell me not to do this? I've made this mansion, all these buildings, all these, my series of cars, businesses all over the world before I married you. So you don't look at riches before thinking about who to marry, because maybe maybe you never know, you may go in because of riches and tomorrow everything is done, you don't have any. Can you cope? If you have that mind, because I'm entering that marriage because he's tall, he's rich, and they think the tallness vanish or is not rich anymore, or because she slims, elegant, and gone, so you don't think about that, you'll be disappointed and discouraged. So I believe in all things, see God face and take your time. Make sure that you marry somebody you can tolerate. Make sure you choose that right partner. Identify that right partner for you. For you. Someone God has kept for you. Make sure you identify them. You don't need to marry because you need someone, maybe I need she's so educated or anything, or he's so educated, I want to marry to that family. No, you don't do that. Just be careful. Somebody, a woman, every woman need to not to depend on anyone. You need to be strong, a woman that is strong, a woman that you can take responsibility of action. Because I believe if you do wrong, if your mind is not right, and you enter into anything, you cannot be able to take responsibility. But if you are right and say, I'm entering this marriage, you take responsibility of, you agreed, I determine I want to enter there. You take your responsibility, I enter there, whatever comes my way, I'll be able, with God's grace, I'll be able to do it. I'll be able to work things out with him. So this is not, it's not about words, it's not about can I do it, it's not about they lure me in, it's not about he forced me in, it's not about, oh, I didn't see him, it's just phone call, it's not about his family found her. And if you ended up, you found her, and two of you are now married, you have to work things out. You have to work things out. I pray God will protect us and protect every man and woman, and in making that right choice, choosing that perfect partner for you, God will give you the grace to endure, to do the right thing, take the right decision, make sure you do the right thing, make sure you look, take your time, pray and pray. In prayer, things will work out for you, because God will direct that right partner to you. If you pray and believe in God, it will come to pass. So you have to ask yourself, do you want to, I want that perfect partner. How do I get it? Do I want to really settle down? Do I, in your mind, what do you really want to do? It's not that because you're 30, everybody's married, you're heartbreaking. What do you are you do you want to just force yourself into that man because you are thinking you are 30? No. What is all depend how get you yourself look, work in your life, work in your attitude. Will I consider that person as, will I bear the person problem? Can I bear, am I ready now to take responsibility? Can I be able to to handle conflicts? Can I be able to manage a home? Can I be able to, even when without my mom, without any advice, can I be able to handle things? This is, you're getting ready, you're getting ready there. It's not forcing yourself because you're 30. No. So how will I, if there is conflict, hard time, how will I manage it? How will I do? Am I really a Christian? Am I looking out for a Christian? I just want to marry anyone. If you're a Christian, is most times it's better you marry your religion, because if the person is a Christian, you guys can sit down together and pray and work things out. So you think, well, it's not matter of rushing in. It's not matter of because I'm 30. What is, are you ready? Are you really ready to take that responsibility? What's your thought? You talk about, or what's your thought of having children? There are some people, they will enter into marriage, they are not ready. They will say they are not ready. You understand? They are not ready. They will tell you, oh, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for that. But marriage, God has brought us together. God brought you guys, a man and woman. God coming together to show their love, to their commitment. That is marriage. Two of you will come together to show you are married, to show your commitment and your love. People will see and say, oh, really, they love each other. So that perfect partner out there for you. Are you ready? You yourself, are you ready to be a perfect partner for someone? Are you ready? Because if you are ready with prayers, you will locate that partner for you, that perfect one. So it's you to decide, I'm ready to be a perfect partner for someone. And God, you have your own perfect partner. When you are ready that I want to be committed, I want to settle down, I want to have my children, I'm ready to handle conflict. Even when there is hardship, I can manage it. That is how it starts. It's not about household or rich or careers, but you think about, am I ready to work things out even when there is nothing? Can I stand this? So that is marriage. And then, because when two people, like a man and woman, coming together, forming a close relationship, and sharing their love, and people around them, showing they will be married, it will be best friend. You must start from best friend before marriage. You must start from that perfect partner. That your perfect partner God has kept for you. You have to be a perfect partner to him too, or her too. So you have to be first of all, best friends. You have to be friends. You have to relate each other, plan your future. Oh, we want to do this. It's a commitment. You have to agree to commit to that, to work things out. Even no matter what comes your way, you have to agree to work it out. You have to think about so many. It's a big decision, but you have to do that. You have to, just rush in and rush out. No, you have to. It's for better, for worse. You have to think. And that perfect partner, I'm praying for perfect partner. Am I a perfect partner to that person too? God, give me the grace to locate my perfect partner, and let me be a perfect partner to the person too, so that things will work out. Two of you have to agree. Two of you have to agree to take responsibility. Even most times in Europe, choice, you have to decide on, we have to help each other. Am I ready to relate? Am I ready to be vulnerable to each other? In most cases, you want to do this, it's not working, it won't favor your partner. You have to low down. You have to let things work. In my father's house, I don't do this, but here we are doing this. You have to do it. It's not about this. It's not about, because love, there is no proud in love. There is no proud. Love is humble. You have to relate each other. You have to think, oh, I have to be, or I have to be generous to each other. We have to be respectful to each other. All these things, do you talk about that before thinking about being a perfect partner to someone, and someone being a perfect partner to you? So you have to think about all this. It goes a long way. Because if you think you can just go in like the first person that say, the man that say man and 30 goes in after 3 months he break down, that is all because maybe you see physical beauty you didn't think about, or the person didn't open up. Because some, when they see that you're desperate, or because of your weight or whatever, I don't know your standard, you are weight or anything, they want to rush in. You won't have time, or you are blinded with love, you won't have time to find out, can this thing work out, find out some circumstances around it, and you jump in, and 3 months it break down, and now it's hard for you to choose. Because of, I don't know the situation, what happened in the first one, it's hard for you to choose now. So it's just, you have to bend down, be careful, look, pray, make sure you are open, you are ready to be a good, perfect partner to someone, and God will give you a perfect partner for you that can relate to you. It's patient, take your time. It's take your time. It will take time, but somebody that is willing to partake in each other hobbies, someone that can, you like football, someone that can encourage, you can watch your ball. If even being if you're Arsenal, the person can be Arsenal or Manchester, doesn't, it's just like-minded, somebody that can, your goals, ambitions, the person, you can see the person you are working towards, things will work out. You are working towards, I want this, and everything is working the same that way. God will direct you. So it's not rushing in and rushing out. And most times, because you rush in and rush out, you have so many negative thoughts and everything. I don't know what went wrong in the first one, but you have to make sure now, be careful, and make sure you don't interfere, family don't interfere. Make your decision. It's a decision that when any girl you see that perfect, make sure you will be a perfect partner to someone, and that perfect partner God will send your way. Make sure you are open, and it's somebody you are very open. You show who you are. Explaining, it's not being arrogant or what, but just trying to be open, transparent, that he or she will see you, and you will see her, and you will think, oh, I think it will work out, I can tolerate this, I can change this because of her. So there are so many things that we have to think before choosing that perfect partner, but I believe there is. You have to be somebody. Are you going to be attentive? You have to choose someone, in someone that you can understand. Most times we don't know that some little things break a family, and some it can build up that family and can break that family. So you think about someone you choose to understand, someone you choose to work out things with, you endure, someone you give little, there's little attention you give someone, it goes a long way. You may not, some people don't even care or matters. Telling a woman, oh, the way I like your hair, the way you look, oh, it goes a long way. Little touch, little kiss, it goes a long way. You may be thinking, you think that's giving the person the whole mansions, the whole building, buying everything, and you don't give the person attention. It's sometimes destroy family. Or you're working just because of money, some work, so just to take their family high. Oh, I want the best for my family. You're not giving the woman or the children attention. Sometimes it breaks family. So all these things, choosing that right partner, make sure you choose someone that will give you attention, someone that you can see that when you say, oh, this work is too much, we need time for the family, and the person will understand. Because money can come and go. If you're not happy in relationship, it can sometimes break down the relationship. So all these things, you have to think about that. Am I choosing someone that will give me attention? Am I choosing someone that will be there, that will understand me for who I am? So that's why it's not good to hide anything. It's not good to change your personality, who you are. It's good to display who you are in the right way. If I'm talking to somewhat matured people, who you are, not claiming to be good today, and tomorrow when the relationship gets stronger or anything, you start displaying. So you have to choose that person you see that things will work out with you. It's just for you to work out. There is no perfect man, no perfect woman. Everybody, we all have our weakness, and we have our ways where we are strong and weak. But when you choose that person that is like-minded, we are working the same goal, you can be able to work things out. You work things out to perfection. You work things out. You work things out. Look at all this, you work it out. You work it out. People will say, oh, look at them, they are so perfect, they are so perfect, because you people have seen, you've seen so many things and want to overlook them. You overlook so many things. You make your life, you decide in your life, we want this to work, and you overlook so many things and make it work. You are willing to support each other. You are willing to bear each other cross. You are win gain. You want to gain, you want to win. We want to this relationship to work. I want this to work. I want win. I don't want anything to pull us down. You guys have to agree. I have to put this down and I have to do this. I have to let go this and I have to do this for it to work. It's only God's strength. It's only God's strength. So in such things, both men and women, we all need attention. Attention in so many ways. Even telling a man, your tie is so beautiful, I like the way, all these things, it brightens someone's day, and it makes someone feel belong. You know, telling me, oh, that you are a earring and it's coming from someone, your partner, it goes a long way. So we even those that are already in marriage, or those that they are with their partners and everything, or still going in, we all have to, we should not overlook all these things. It goes a long way. It goes a long way. Admiring each other, just simple thing can just make, renew, or make your mind and your everything that concerns you, make brighten up your day and everything. So we should not overlook all this. And in most cases, it's not that there won't be argument. That's why I say at first that you have to, someone that you to relate, even if when there's argument, or when there is argument, you have to find a way to sort things out. It's just understanding each other. You argue and you sort out things. There's no one that doesn't argue. There's no one that doesn't. We came from different homes, different backgrounds. So you argue, you do sort your things out. You argue, disagree, and agree on things and work things out, and things will work out. So for the question that says being 30 and any relationship you get dumped or being heartbroken, just don't just pray and wait. That right man, be a right person for, pray and wait. Be a right person for a perfect couple, a perfect partner. God will bring your own. Make sure you do the right thing. God will bring your own. Don't just think because all your younger ones are married and you want to rush into that. No, it's not late. It's never too late. Some married at 20 and came out. After some time, it won't work. So some married late, it worked. Some married early, it worked. It worked. Some married, it didn't work. So it doesn't matter the age. Age is not a barrier to having a happy home. How many years are you going to live on earth that you live the one that you're not happy? You just live your life, choose a partner, live a life that you are happy, whatever you contented with what you have, happy that even with your children, with everybody around you, than rushing into the one that you're not happy. You feel, oh, I don't want to come out, I'm not happy but I don't want to come out. You look very well, you be careful, you choose. Not, no one is perfect, no marriage is perfect, but the one that you can tolerate, the one that can tolerate you and you can tolerate you, with environment that you can bring up your children, the environment that is not abusive, environment that you can see, healthy environment. That is what you will choose. Choose that. Don't rush in because, oh, I think, oh, because I feel pity, or because she's mistakenly she's pregnant, or because the pressure from parents, or because my friend says I will force me to marry her or marry him. No, that is not right way. Don't settle for just anyone. Think about your future, think about your life, think about can you work out. If you settle for less, then you are less, or you stay cry all through, and all you be crying, you are not happy. But when you settle for the greater one, when you settle for who appreciates you in all things, in all challenges, you stand tall. Two of you work things to perfection, you work things out. But if you settle for that, oh, I want to manage, I'm desperate because I'm 35, oh, I'm 30 now, let me manage and settle, everybody is married, oh, this. No, don't do that. Don't do that. It's never too late. Just pray, hold on to God, take your time, do the right thing. Look out for that perfect man for you, that perfect woman for you. Not perfect, but someone that can agree to work things out with you. And you see, with God's grace, everything will be all right. It will work, it will be all right. Things will work out well. But when you rush into, or you don't want to take care, you want to, because I'm desperately want to marry, and everybody around me is married, they even have children, it's only me, and you rush in and rush out, and somebody use you, and you, some people, you find out desperately, they go to Africa, bring somebody, and the person will step on them and walk away. All these things, it doesn't, it's bringing straight, it will bring you emotionally trauma and everything. So it's better we take our time, pray, take your time, don't let anybody pull you down, don't settle for less, don't settle because I'm desperate and you go for, oh, let me manage. No, there's no management in relationship. You don't manage a relationship. You have to, two of you have to agree. The person has to be able to accept you, who you are, be able to work things out, be able to say, we are entering this to make things work. We want to build up a family. Both of us will take responsibility of building up this family. We take responsibility of understanding each other, making love, bringing love first, deep love. That's making, oh, let's love overcoming all things. It bear all things. It's not proud. It's not, love is humble. So we, with love, you overcome all things, all trials. So this is what, for you, this is what you have to look at. You have to look at. And because when you are doing that, when you are looking at that love, because even bringing up children, with your partner, when you look at the children will be watching. They are watching. They are watching the way that mom, where you are living, where you are reacting, and other things. It helps them. It build the children up too. But if they see you that, oh, look at what mommy is doing, look at what daddy is doing, most times it's not healthy. But if they see it as win-win, you tolerate each other. There's no, mom is not happy, but you tolerate it. They work things out. Dad is not happy. They work things out. It build up the family. It bound the family together. So because no one is perfect, I keep saying this. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. It's just we're working toward perfection. It's by His grace that two people will come from different homes and say, oh, we need to settle. We need to settle. We need to work things out. We need to commit to each other. Two different people for the rest of their life, being, they want to be best friends. So it's just being who you are and trying to understand and admitting, or even when you are wrong, you admit you are wrong. Oh, sorry, let go. Let go. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I did this. It's not what I thought. I thought I'm thinking this direction. And you can still work things out and say, oh, we don't want to talk about it, but just you let go. And you have to appreciate each other. In every mind, you appreciate each other. Appreciation goes a long way. So when you're choosing that right, looking for that right partner, make sure you think about someone that will admire you, someone that will appreciate you, someone that will support you in all things, someone that will not pull you down, someone that will compliment you, pay attention in so many ways, simple things. Simple, it's not mansion, it's not about building mansions. But if you give the person mansion and you don't pay attention or you don't admire the person, so you still find out the person is lacking. So but you want someone that will, in little things, those little things, admire those little things that mean nothing to people, it matters a lot in relationship. So you just look out for that. I pray that God will give you that is listening, even the person that sent the question, that God will give you, will encourage you, and then give you hope. Don't lose your hope. Our hope is built in God. So trust in God, pray, and hold on to Him. That perfect person will come. You will testify. You will use your life to give a testimony, because I know He will do it. Just hold on. Don't rush into anything. Forget about friends, family. Forget about them. Do the right thing. Your own will come, and it will happen soon in Jesus' name. Then for the man, it's very hard for you now to choose, because of after rushing into marriage at 30, and rush out 33 months because of hidden things. So it's not hard for you to choose, because it's like the trust, you didn't build, or you still have to get someone and build your trust. You still have to look. There's someone God has kept for you. There's a perfect partner for you. Not perfect, there's perfect partner for you, that both of you agree to work things out. It's just building on that trust, getting, make sure you are, first of all, you will be a perfect person to someone. Then God will give you that, give you another perfect person for you, and you two of you will work things out and build back that trust. I don't know what break down the first one, but I pray God will give you someone for you to find trust again and love again. I don't know, most times because of past experience, it's hard for people to make a second choice. It's very difficult, but we believe in God. God will make a way. Just put your trust in Him, and He will make a way and bring that right person for you. But in all things we talk about today is that you have to be willing to accept. You have to be willing to travel the same direction, the same way with the person, that perfect one. You have to be able to, that will make things to work for you. You have to be able, am I able, can I trust, can I be trusted, can I trust, can I share my life, can I share all I have, can I share that deep love, can I share it with this person, can I relate him, can I bear his or her pain, can I know his the weakness, can I support him when he or she is weak, and I use my strength to cover. So it comply both sides. So what you're doing to him, can he do it to me? What I'm doing to her, can she do it to me? Is finding that perfect one. You just don't have, you have to make yourself to be perfect. You have to make yourself, you have to agree to work things out, and two of you go willingly, things will work out, and you get that perfect one. Perfect one. Can I be honest? Can I be honest in the relationship? Can I be honest? Can I be, that is very important. Can I be open? Or am I living a double life minded? Do I want to just behave as nothing happened? Why I know that it's not working well? Or do I want to live a life I keep, you just rush into marriage, and you are keeping the next you are living the way you like, having extraordinary, doing, making, some they will enter, they won't call on, where you don't appreciate what you have, you don't appreciate what God has given you. Sometimes it break relationship. You don't appreciate who you are, you don't appreciate your relationship, you don't appreciate your partner. So but all this is, you have to think about it before you enter. Someone that you can appreciate, you have to appreciate each other, you have to appreciate everyone effort, all your partner effort, you have to appreciate them. And the religion is very important too. You have to appreciate, if you're a Christian, you have to appreciate your partner, and also someone that you can pray with, agreeing in faith that things will work out, and with prayer God will make everything work out. It will work out for good. So in choosing that perfect partner, I believe God has a purpose for you, and God has someone for you. You that is watching me, you that is still searching, God has a better plan for you, and a better man, a better woman for you. It's just for you to take your time to watch, to pray, to believe God. Not, don't feel desperate, don't settle for low, don't settle for less. Just be focused, and God, you see that, make yourself perfect, work towards perfection, and you see that perfect partner for you. Bearing in mind that none is perfect, there are things you see and overlook, but if you decide, God, I'm ready, I want to be honest, transparent to that man you're giving me, that woman you're giving me, it will come to pass. You want to share the person that you share your life with, it will come to pass. It's like when it's delaying, because the more you older you get, it's difficult to settle down. That is reality in life. Even the men, we can see men when they are late age, like 40 above, it's more difficult. And when they struggle, sometimes it's easier to get life partner, that perfect one for you. Because anyone that's settled with a somebody that's struggling, you can see that genuine. But when you have that weight, when you have that, you are rich, you have everything you needed, it's hard for men. It's hard because any woman that comes their way, you don't know who is who. They may be coming for your words, they may be coming for your cars, your service of companies, they may be coming for anything, you don't know. But it's only God. It will only take the grace of God for you to identify someone that really loves you, that really God has given you to spend the rest of your life with. But if you talk about when there is money in men, especially getting older, when they are older, it's very hard for them to choose, to settle. Because every woman want to enter, every woman want to be that partner, every woman want to gain. What will I do to get pregnant? What will I do to tie this man down? Some go extra mile to tie a man down because they are rich. But all those things, it fade away. You may tie the person down for wet, and when the wet is no more, where you start finding a way to rush out. So also to women, if we're getting older, sometimes it's hard to settle down. Because maybe you're a career woman or anything, men around you will say, oh, don't go, she has 2 houses, she's rich, she's doing this, she's a doctor with this, she's oh, how can she respect you, can she do this, can she be humble, can she be this. So it's 2 ways. It's difficult. It's only the grace of God. So it's difficult. You the guy that rushed in 30 and came out, maybe I don't know how old you are now, maybe you've made money or you are now better and richer, it will be hard for you too, because you don't know who that girl that's coming to you, those women, you don't know all their ambitions. They may be coming there because of your money. So it's all prayer and God guidance, and considering things you look out that will help you to choose. Choosing is like going back the second time, so you don't want things that happened the first time to happen again. So you take the grace of God, because some are coming to you now maybe because they've seen maybe you've made it or you have the money. Some are not coming for love, some are coming for what they will gain, some they come to you because of what they gain. So you have to be careful. Even the ladies, once you are rich or once you are some age, some men will be running away, say, oh, she's rich, she's this. You take the grace of God, God will still give you that perfect person for you. Just make yourself perfect and pray and hold on to God. God will give you your perfect man. So women, so men, anyone that's listening to this, just be encouraged. No matter your age, there's no age in marriage. It's not a barrier. It's just for God to give you someone that you can work things out with, someone that can appreciate you for who you are, someone that you can tolerate, someone that will be patient, someone that you can struggle with. You go the same road together, the same journey, because it's a journey of life. So someone that can stay there, stay put, stay there, and you go throughout the journey together. So I pray that God will make things happen, and grant us the grace. You that's watching me, that's still believing God, are still feeling, oh, it's old, it's late, all my friends are married, oh, it's late, I'm still searching for money, I'm still searching. You, for the men searching for money, I need to settle down, I want this I want to get to this level before I settle down. I pray that God will direct you. Sometimes it's not all that money, it's not all that money, it's not all that money. Love is not money. Love is getting someone that will understand you, someone that will agree to, even when you don't have money. Most times it's better someone that will struggle with you, someone that will say, oh, we agree to work things out with you. So sometimes that is what, even when you are down, someone, if you get someone, then that is the best, because the person will work things out with you, the person will climb with you. The person, your sorrow, when the person, your sorrow is the person's sorrow, the person will work out things with you. But most times it's difficult, because these days all the ladies, we will say, oh, we don't want to go into any marriage to suffer. But most times it's not like that. You may marry the person as a poor person, and God, you ending, the later raise will be greater, because God will lift the person up, will lift both of you up. So then you have upper hand. You have no woman will mess you up, or no man will mess you up. So also to everyone, some ladies, if maybe you are rich, men that are coming to you now, because you feel you have a nice job and everything. It's not something people say, oh, Papa, this, he doesn't have this. Most time it work out. It's not everything. It just depend on the individual differences, lives, and everything. Because most times you see that you taking that person, accept the way the person is, and it work out for you guys. It work out for you guys. It's not everyone that is bad. It's not everyone that is good. There are people that are bad, really bad, but it's not everyone. It's not everyone. I've seen the woman that got married late, and God bless her with twins. This is a woman in church that was thinking, oh, she's old, or this woman that koi baby, koi, if she's walking, koi, serious lady. But people will be thinking, or young ones will be thinking, oh, look at her life, she's doing church, look at all her age has ended, blah blah blah. But God bless her with a good man, a higher level, and even bless her with a twins. So it all depends on God. So we all should put our hope in God in all situations. In finding a right partner for you, you have to believe God and trust in Him. He is the one that have the final say. He is the one that have that perfect. You know what is good for you. He knows even in our mom's belly. So He knows that perfect man, perfect woman for you. So you have to trust in Him. Hold on to Him. He will perfect all that concerns you. It's not about wealth. It's not about, even if you are rich as a woman watching this, God will give you that perfect man. Even if you doesn't have, but so far as it's someone that God has prepared for you, it will work out for you. So man, even if you are rich now, you're thinking, oh, it's hard for me to settle, who will I choose? God will give you that perfect one. Just prayer, commit everything to God's hand. It will come to pass. He will do it. He will do it. He will perfect all that concerns you. So you just don't, knowing that you don't have to think about in choosing for someone that is so rich. I'm looking out for someone that is rich. No, you don't do that. Just remove that in your mind. But when God give you that right person, that rich or anything, He said the joy of the Lord added rich. You understand? He adds rich. So God can decide, oh, I'm preparing someone that's rich for you. It will come to pass. But just don't put your mind, oh, I'm looking out for that tall guy, that rich man. I'm looking out for that beautiful girl, slim and elegant. No, it doesn't work that way. So just be encouraged. I pray to you, for you that says you are always heartbroken. Just, I don't know what you have in mind to enter into a relationship, but just be open, and then don't think about anything. Don't be desperate. Don't show that you're desperate. Don't, just pray. Hold on to God. God will bring that perfect person for you. Somebody that can admire you, somebody that can love you the way you are, and two of you can work things out. Just hold on to God. It will come to pass. Don't be discouraged, honestly. Sometimes it's difficult. You feel that maybe you're putting your best, maybe even spend your money, and the other party doesn't have any interest or even settling down with you. It's hot. It's hot. But just make sure that it doesn't pull you down. Don't force yourself to someone. Don't settle. Don't just feel desperate. If I lose him, everything is gone. No, nothing is gone. God has maybe that you say you're heartbroken. Maybe it's not the right person for you. God has a better plan for you. So just hold on to God, and believe God, and things will work out well for you. And there are some comments last time. I wanted to say it earlier. Sorry about that. Yeah, somebody was commenting about not trusting pastors and counselors. Yeah, but I believe if you go to a counselor for marriage counseling, and they advise you, you see that two of you went there, and you see that the direction or the advice is not working, or is not what the person say, is not what you want to hear, or is not encouraging, or will not solve your problem, just let go. Just walk away. Thank you. Just walk away, and two of you should pray and work things out. Even if it says even pastors cannot be trusted, yes, I didn't say nobody is perfect. Some are not, but some are really men and women of God, and I can encourage you and pray you through and make your marriage work again. So God bless you, and thank you for joining me once more. God blessings to your family. May the Lord keep us. May the Lord bless you and bless your family. May His face shine upon you and upon all your household. I pray that God will bless the works of your hand right now. Whatever that you're going through, whatever difficulties, even as many that are believing God for their partner right now, that God will grant all your heart desire. And as for someone that is hurting because of being heartbroken, I pray that God will console you and give you that right perfect man for you. And for someone that has been because of ended relationship after 3 months, it's hard for you to choose now. I pray that God will sort you out, give you that right track, put you on the right track with prayers. Then you see someone to settle down with. I pray that God will give us wisdom. It's not an easy journey. It's not a easy journey, but it's only by His grace that will stand. It's only by His grace that you enter into that into that commitment, and it will work. It's only God's grace that will sustain us. I pray that God will sustain us, sustain our children, and all we do, let His name be praised. May His name alone be praised. God bless you all. Thanks for joining me once more. May you all be blessed. Keep winning and keep flourishing. To God glory. God bless you all. Till we meet again. Love you all. Thanks for watching. Just share, subscribe if you're coming across this channel for the first time. Thank you for your support. Just share and subscribe and press the bell button so that you get notification each time I post video. Stay blessed. Bye. God bless you.